Welcome to your algebra practice. We're going to learn how to factor a polynomial that has this form x squared plus bx plus c. It is actually still this, a x squared plus bx plus c. Since this is our first lesson, we're going to study only in the situation when a is 1. Therefore, we write as x squared plus bx plus c. Let's look at our first example, x squared plus 3x plus 2. Now, we're going to find two numbers. When we multiply these two numbers, we get a product. The product has to be 2. And the same two numbers, when we add these two numbers, we want these two numbers have a sum. The sum is 3. All right, pause and think, what are these two numbers that I can use? Did you see I have a 1 and a 2 I can use? Yeah, 1 times 2 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Next step is really simple. Let's build two sets of parentheses. Let's put our variable here. And since it's positive 1, positive 2, we just happily write down positive 1, positive 2. Now we call it all done. Let us continue. We're going to factor when a is 1, so our form is x squared plus bx plus c. Remember, we're going to find two magic numbers. When we multiply them, the product has to be this blue c. And when we add them, the sum has to be this yellow b. I color code everything. Okay? All right. Now let's look at this. Step 1, we're going to draw two parentheses. Confidently draw two parentheses and put our variable here because we are about to find two numbers. When we multiply them, it gives us 10. When we add them, it gives us a sum 7. And pause, think what you have. Did you find these two numbers? 2 times 5 is 10. 2 plus 5 is 7. Both of them are positive, so we write down positive 2 and positive 5. Order does not matter. You can write down your 5 here. You can write down your 2 here. That's it. Let's continue. Our next question is w squared minus 6w plus 8. Make sure you identify the b correctly. The b is negative 6. Let's identify our c. c is a positive 8. So positive 8 and a negative 6. This time you're going to find two numbers. When you multiply them, they have positive 8. The product is positive 8. When you add them, the sum is negative 6. Pause and think, see what you have. Did you have negative 4, negative 2? Because negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. But when we add them, we get a negative 6. And the next step, simple, and draw two parentheses. And next step, write down your variable. And next step, fill in these two magic numbers you just found. One is negative 4, one is negative 2. That's it. All right, this one is interesting. It is not already in the form x squared plus bx plus c form. But we can do a little bit of work. We're going to minus 18 each side. So we have y squared plus 3y minus 18 equals 0. Okay? All right. Now we're going to identify our b. b is a positive 3. So positive 3. Write down b here. And let's identify our c. C is negative 18. So put down negative 18 here. Now our job is to find what are these two numbers. When we times them, we get a product that says negative 18. When we add them, our sum will be positive 3. And pause and think, see what you have. Do you have a 6? Negative 3. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. 6 plus negative 3 is a positive 3. Therefore, parenthesis, don't forget equal 0, because this time we're not just factoring, we'll also solve the equation. And your variable, the beautiful numbers you just find, one is positive, one is negative. Now, this goes all the way back to our zero product property. Recall, zero product property says if we have two numbers and A and B, both of them are real numbers, if A times B equals 0, that means either A is 0 or B is 0. That is our previous knowledge, zero product property. And therefore, we can start to write y plus 6 is 0. Solve for y. Y is negative 6. And then we write down y minus 3 is 0. And solve for y. Y is positive 3. And last thing, gonna be the fun part. We're gonna put our solution in the long bubble. Do not forget, use the word all, because that's our zero product property. Now you will see all these examples. I hope you practice a lot, and happy learning.